Yo, what's good, everybody? Joey J. Ping here, checking in live, RespectMyRegion.com. Coming to you guys live from the trade show floor of Hall of Flowers, New York! We're at the Canna Brand Solutions free coffee booth. I'm with my man, Jesse Roberson, Director of Operations and Director of Procurement of Housing Works.
Yes.
Let's go, my man. I appreciate you joining today. First and foremost, how you living? How's life today?
Life is good, and
Good?
I'm living good.
Are you aware of what you're about to experience at Hall of Flowers? Like, have you seen anything about it before?
Just online.
Just online?
Yeah.
So, what are you excited for? What did you come in, like, okay, I'm like excited and jacked for this?
Seeing new brands that I haven't seen before.
Cool.
You know,
Dope.
the experience. Everybody's been talking about Hall of Flowers.
With you as the procurement, the director for you guys, you have 2 locations.
Yes.
So do you have the same exact brands in both of your guys'? You have a Soho location and then you said Nomad, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have the same brands in both spots, or do you have a different assortment based on the locations?
That's a good question, because a lot of times, depending on the area, people want different things. So our Nomad location is pretty much a lot of pre-rolls. We push a lot of flowers.
Oh, okay. It's an on-the-go. It's a convenient.
Yes, on the go. Everybody wants a pre-roll.
That's dope. See, when I think of New York, I think about, and this is me stereotyping New York because I live in Cali and I'm from Seattle. I think of vapes and quick joints. I remember dog walkers were popular out here for a little bit. I just think of joints and pre-rolls and not a lot of time standing outside. Maybe it's the weather, maybe it's whatever, right? For you guys, what do you think New Yorkers are most appreciative about in terms of this legalized cannabis industry? Not the industry. We know the industry will have its own opinion. What do you think general New Yorkers appreciate the most about this new version of legal cannabis?
Being able to get the product when they want it, consistency.
Counting on it.
Counting on it.
Yeah.
A lot of people, when we first opened, they literally said, I call my guy, he's not available, something came up, but I can come here any day of the week and get the product that I want.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to go from after work, grab something, even consume it real quick, because the New York rules are a little bit lax compared to a lot of the other states in terms of just consuming in places. So it's like, it's a little bit more of just normal in a lot of ways. I would say New York is more normal for cannabis in many ways.
Definitely.
Now, Jesse, your role as Director of Operations, can you share a little bit of information about what the day looks like for you at your guys' Housing Works locations? Are you at one? Are you at both? What is the day like for you as the Director of Ops?
Primarily at our 750 Broadway location.
Okay.
And it could be from anything like getting a call, the elevator is not working, to we got a bunch of deliveries coming in today.
Okay, so you could range from everything. And that's because this balance of staff operations, like maybe issues and problems, or actual like deliveries and
products, yes.
The role and the
procurement,
the responsibilities of that. Yes. Okay, so you mentioned that you guys are a nonprofit.
Yes.
A lot of people know that you guys were like the first group to have the dispensaries and to do these things here in New York. Can you remind the people what it is you guys do and the mission that you guys stand for and what you're working on in that side of the business?
Yeah, of course. So Housing Works houses about 750 to 850 people at a time.
Wow.
Affected with HIV or AIDS, or just part of the LGBT community in general. So our main mission is just that. It's to get people health care that they need, or provide housing for people that need it.
Cannabis isn't always about helping people, but when it is, it's so much more fulfilling, right? Yeah. And as somebody working in that space, what does it feel like for you and your team? What is that culture and message like when you guys are engaging with the community in those ways?
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Like, it's a passion on both sides. Like, most of our employees are passionate about cannabis. I would say all of them, but most of them are passionate about cannabis, all passionate about helping people. Yeah. So you're bridging that gap where we have the best of both worlds, where 100% of our proceeds go back to our nonprofit.
Wow.
So there's that feeling of you're doing something great and you're doing something.
We don't have to wonder where it's going.
Exactly.
We know it's going right to where we say it's supposed to go. That's
exactly.
powerful. Now, I want to take a moment here to shout out our sponsor. We're here in front of the free coffee booth, Canna Brand Solutions. So this next segment is going to be dedicated to vapes, hardware, and packaging. Let's talk about some of the most attractive packaging and some of the most attractive brands. As a brand, packaging is a big part of it, but the product has to work, right? I always say this.
Yes.
Jesse, the weed has to work.
It has to work.
Whatever quality it is, it just has to do whatever it's supposed to do. So for you guys, what are some of the best brands in your store from an attractive packaging brand experience kind of situation? Who really stands out for you guys?
Off the top of my head, I gotta shout out Milkweed. It's a simple packaging that actually lets the product speak for itself.
Wow.
You can see the flour, like some of the best flour in New York City right now.
Okay.
Dealer, they have great packaging, great product at a great price. Man, I could go on and on and on.
That's perfect. Those are two great ones. I have more categories to ask about. So those were some of the branding side of things, like who really stands out from a visual aesthetic appearance. What about specifically in the category of vapes? Who are some of your standout vape brands in that realm?
Man, gotta shout out one of my best buddies over there at PAX. PAX is a good one.
PAX.
When we first opened, that was one of the brands where people just walked in asking for.
Yeah.
And I gotta shout out the New York brand, New York Honey, of course.
New York Honey.
They're one of the
I think
brands
they're in here today.
Yeah, they're probably in here today. They're another brand that's top of my head. But there's so many. I hope I'm not missing anybody.
Yo, this isn't favorites here. We're just shouting out some standouts. Come on, man. Hey, a big shout out to all the New York dispensaries here. Big shout out to Housing Works and the culture. Jesse, before I get you out of here, I got one more question for you. Walk us through the process for a vendor trying to earn your business, right? This is a buyers and brands event dedicated for procurement individuals like you and the brands to pitch themselves and become a part of the family. What is that process for you guys? What's the respectful way, keyword respectful way, to go about, for a brand to go about trying to earn your guys' business?
Well, the first step is communication, sending out an email. If you don't have it, easily go to a location. You can get an email from any one of our managements and reaching out and maybe leaving some samples or something like that.
Do you want them to get a hold of you first before they drop the samples, or do you want them to drop the samples and hopefully it gets to where they're going?
90% of the time when they drop off samples, it gets directly to me.
Cool.
So that's perfect.
We're reassuring all these brands out there. They always wonder, oh, does it get to the bud tender? Does it get to the person it's going to go?
It gets to me. 90% of the time, I never had an issue with that. It always gets to me.
Fire.
Ask for a card when you drop off the sample.
Come ready.
And come compliantly. Come with your manifest and everything like that.
Of course.
But it usually gets directly to me, and then you contact me later and say, hey, I dropped off a package.
Now, Jesse, what are you guys working on right now as a brand? Is there a certain project that you guys are doing or something in the community, perhaps? What are you guys focusing on right now?
I don't know if everybody knows that we have a card program. That's pretty much one of the things that I'm most proud about.
Okay.
So when we came into this industry, we noticed that a lot of people were handed licenses, but nothing else. So they knew how to run a business, but cannabis is a lot separate from a normal retail business, as we all know in this industry. You don't know what bank to go to. You don't know what flower to get. There's a lot of things you just don't know, what to do and how to get it in this industry. So our card program, we help people with a lot of those things, specifically HR, back office stuff. We help out.
So you participate in that, or Housing Works participates in that?
Yes, I participate.
Oh, that's exciting. Okay, so you're more than just Housing Works. You personally, you're doing a lot more than that. That's fantastic, man. I appreciate you helping other people and making the time for that. You could be focusing on just taking care of yourself. And I think it's huge that you give back in that way, and we appreciate that. Now, Jesse, final question for you. What kind of message do you want to leave for the people with here today? Our holiday season's tough for a lot of people. There's a lot going on in the world right now. What kind of energy and a message can we leave the people with here today?
Number one mission I want to tell people is, like, if you want to smoke weed, buy product, and do it in a way that you want to give back, stop at Housing Works.
Yeah. Hey, support Housing Works, like you said. If you want to do it in a way that gives back, where it's a little bit more fulfilling than just buying weed, consuming it, throwing it in the trash, definitely consider supporting Housing Works. Where are your locations at?
846 6th Avenue and 750 Broadway.
Come on, man. New York in the building. Hall of Flowers, New York City. Today's episode brought to you guys by Canna Brand Solutions, our premier partner for all things packaging, hardware, and a more hands-on service. They're also a CSA partner, so make sure you guys tap in and get involved. HousingWorks.com for the website.
HWCannabis.co.
HWCannabis.co. I love y'all. Jesse, appreciate you, my dog. It was a great conversation, and we'll see y'all next time.